It looks like I forgot to mark one of the SCPs. Yeah. Well, I will find out which one. It's probably between 6 and 7, maybe. That's no problem. That's no problem. We have Frank West 2, another author without an author's page, with our last SCP of today called Spot the Discrepancy. And it's a pretty, I think it's like average. Yeah, pretty like normal. Not too long, not too short. RP class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-2879 is to be kept in a secure storage locker at Site 18. Access is restricted to personnel with level 2 clearance or greater. Access codes are to be changed on a monthly basis. Permissions to perform tests involving SCP-2879 may only be granted by researchers with level 3 clearance or higher. All testing is to take place at the residence constructed by the Foundation, miles east of Site 18, specifically the tests involving SCP-2879. Contents of packages received from -1 are to be logged, photographed, and incinerated. Severe penalties are enforced if any personnel attempt to keep packages for themselves or conduct testing anywhere other than the designated residence. The vehicle driven by -1 identifying logos and numbers have been redacted. Looks like a typical like UBS post truck, mail truck. Description: SCP-2879 is a redacted brand video home system VHS player circa 19. SCP-2879 possesses signs of wear typical for devices of similar age. SCP-2879's initial anomalous effects manifest once it is connected to a television by a lone human while in an isolated area. The presence of video surveillance equipment does not disrupt the anomalous effect of SCP-2879. Once connected, the television will switch on automatically and display the following text: Spot the discrepancy. Please insert tape. SCP-2879 is capable of accepting any videotape of the VHS format, provided that the tape is in working order and contains a mature motion picture. SCP-2879 will play the motion picture with video and audio quality that does not deviate from what the format is capable of. During the motion picture, a slight deviation will occur. A brief set of witnesses' deviation is as follows. So we have Return of the Jedi. The lightsabers used by Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader during the climactic duel briefly changed into the rods used by Mark Hamill and David Prowse during filming. So like, okay, in Scarface, Tony Montana shouts, "Greet my little friend," instead of the actual quote, "Say hello to my little friend." Die Hard, the message written by John McClane on the deceased terrorist reads, "Now I have machine gun, Merry Christmas," instead of the actual statement, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho." Okay, so there's like always little little in all those games where like I mean, the very simple game would be like those see the difference, you know, like where you have the same pictures side by side and you have to see what changes. And we have, of course, the modern anomaly games where you walk through like a room and you have to check, okay, what changed, what is different. But in this case, it's like visual or audio bits that are different. I played those games before. Yeah, and I think most of us have played something along those games, right? Once the motion picture reaches its conclusion, SCP-2879 will eject the videotape and display a 30-minute countdown timer with the following text: "Did you see it?" The television will switch itself off once the timer hits 0. I just had a flashback to Nuke's Top 5. But did you see it? No further anomalous effects will occur if the viewing subject failed to consciously determine what the alteration in the film was. You should do like this SCP in your streams, Afro. In what way? How should I do that? The final anomalous effect of SCP-2879 will occur 14 business days after the viewing if the subject did indeed manage to make the conscious determination. Subject will view the motion picture via remote surveillance cannot trigger the final anomalous effect. A vehicle belonging to the redacted delivery company will arrive at the subject's current place of residence. An individual designated as -1 will then exit the vehicle and deliver a package to the subject. Change some way you speak. I'm a bit for the way. Wait. I am a bit for the way I explain. Okay. No. So for every pack... Wait, did I just... Oh, okay. Individual designated the dashboard will then exit the vehicle and deliver the package to the subject. So far, every package received has contained a piece of merchandise related to the film that has been autographed by the directors and members of the main cast. A detailed analysis of the signatures confirmed that they are genuine. A brief list of received merchandise is as follows. Return of the Jedi theatrical poster signed by Richard Marquand, Mark Hamill, David Prowse, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher. Oh, that's kind of cool. A transparent plastic package labeled Yayo, signed by Brian De Palma, Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Stephen Bauer. Chemical analysis of the contents confirmed that the package contained nothing more than a typical kitchen flour. A gray sweater reading, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho," written in the substance identified as being false blood. The sweater is signed by John McTiernan, Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, and Reginald Vell Johnson. As a film lover, this must be the greatest thing ever. Imagine you playing you accidentally get a VHS where you realize like the film is a little bit different than what you remember. Like it's like, wait, that's not what it's supposed to say or do or happen. And then you win some prize, and it has the autographs of all the actors and authors. You would brag to anybody about it until you find out it's fake. But SB test logs, level 3 clearance required. Oh, test log with this is gonna be fun. Test number, date of test, 2000. Detain 1 and determine its anomalous properties, if any. Results: -1 was detained without incident during a delivery. A thorough interrogation determined that -1 suffers from a severe level of amnesia that prevents it from recalling events prior to arriving at the latest viewing subject's residence. Subsequent DNA testing confirms that -1 is a Caucasian male in between the age of 25 and 30, with no abnormal physical characteristics. Analysis: either forgetful, yet otherwise normal. Curious, doctor. Okay. Test number. Date of test, 2000. Track -1's vehicle and determine where it goes after leaving the viewing subject's residence. Agent attached a GPS tracking device into the underside of -1's vehicle during a delivery. 8 minutes and 30 seconds, 32 seconds after departing, the tracking software lost communication with the tracking device. Field agents sent to investigate the last known location of -1's vehicle were unable to determine its location. The vehicle appears to vanish from existence entirely. My theory is that the disappearance only occurs when -1 is out of direct view. I'll need to authorize further testing in order to confirm this, Doctor. Okay, now follow it this time. Test. Date of test, 2000. Tail -1 vehicle for as long as reasonably possible. Here we go. Agent attached a GPS tracking device on the underside of -1's vehicle during a delivery in the same manner as before. Upon -1's departure, agent maintained a visual on the vehicle with high-powered binoculars while an unmarked Foundation helicopter manned by Agent departed from Site 18 and moved in to intercept. The helicopter maintained a visual on -1's vehicle for 2 hours and 18 minutes before returning to Site 18. 2 hours, 46 minutes and 12 seconds after the initial departure of -1's vehicle, the tracking software lost communication with the tracking device. Soon after the helicopter's engagement, -1 vanished from existence once again. It is likely that the extra time was spent evading prying eyes in the form of civilian vehicles taking the same highway. Further testing in this area is not required, Doctor. Okay, so you I thought this would last a little bit longer, like maybe like almost like a half a day of after following them with the car. Addendum: SB2879 was recovered from the home of New Mexico resident by the name of who had been selling excessive amounts of autographed merchandise for various movies on .com. Oh, this guy's a scammer, dude. Con artist. Like, yeah, I got all these like autographed things from all these actors. Buy it from me. The individuals account was taken down upon discovery by Foundation operatives, and he was administered amnestics after interrogation, which he claimed to have purchased SB-2879 from a local pawn shop whose owner described it as once being used for some old game. Buyers of the sold merchandise were informed by Foundation operatives posing as employees that the merchandise was discovered to consist entirely of worthless forgeries and were subsequently provided financial compensation. During a cursory investigation, the mentioned pawn shop was found to have closed down 14 business days after selling SB-2879 to. Attempts to locate the owner are ongoing. An extensive search of the pawn shop was authorized shortly after the cursory examination. The business still contained a substantial amount of merchandise common with shops of its nature. A floor safe was discovered in the office of the now absent owner, which contained $5,000, a photograph of an as of yet unidentified woman, and a promotional poster created by the redacted entertainment company that appears to describe SB-2879. The transcript of the poster is as follows. Introducing Spot the Discrepancy, the hottest game of the generation. The movies you know and love have been altered, and it's your job to discover what was changed. All you need to do is play a copy of the movie you love in the VHS format and one of your specially designed VCRs available at the store near you. This is a single-player experience, so wait your turn. Thanks to the ever-abundant generosity of Company Name Protected, we are able to ship rewards straight to your door in only 2 weeks at absolutely no charge to you. Rewards, you ask? That's right. Winning this game grants you ownership of a limited edition merchandise signed by cinematic legends George Lucas, Al Pacino, Steven Spielberg, Mike Myers, and many, many more. So remember, when boredom is your enemy, pick up and play Spot the Discrepancy. Investigations into the poster's claims confirmed that the mentioned company never created entertainment products described by the poster, nor was the mentioned delivery company ever into the described partnership. When interviewed by Foundation personnel posing as freelance reporters, the mentioned individuals could not recall autographing merchandise for any games matching the description of the one present by the poster. Additional instances of SB-2879 have yet to be discovered. This is fun. This is a fun little game one which I'm gonna keep those one memorized. Would you try out? Yeah, I think this is like an SCP I would definitely give it a shot. Now, would I win is a different question. That's a different question. That we'd never know. But I think that's a fun idea. If you really know the movie well, especially because it's supposed to be like, try to find discrepancy in one of your favorite movies, so you need to know the movie pretty well. And back then, you know, in the 90s, there's only a couple of movies that you have available, so like, you probably rewatch the same movie over and over and over again. So I feel like with like the Die Hard and the Star Wars one, it would be very easy to like realize like, hey, wait a minute, that's different. And also, if you have to pay extra attention, you probably will spot it a lot easier. But yeah, unless it's like a small detail that changed, and then I think that would be like, okay, great, thanks. Thanks for making me lose on purpose. How was I supposed to win if you set me up this whole time? Now I will never have to sign whatever merchandise.